Well, Mike, it has been an absolute crazy day, and I really, first of all, want to thank you. I really appreciate you persevering throughout all this rain. Judging by how much dirt is on this side of the motorcycle, it's been through the ringer. But I got to say thank you, first of all. Second of all, it's not raining, so tell me your first impression. What did you think when you picked up the bike?
Well, when we picked up the bike, it was a very sunny, beautiful day, and ergonomics is first thing, and it's kind of that adventure touring seating position, so I love it.
Yeah.
You know, having a foundation of dirt biking, you know, I just feel instantly confident. And I gotta say, I was a little intimidated about 160 horsepower Multistrada.
Yeah. Let's break it down even further. What did you think of the motor? Like the... There you go. There's the answer to that question.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean, it's amazing. There is power everywhere.
Yeah.
And yet it's so civilized.
Right.
You know, and today we spent most of the day riding in the rain.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, well, am I a little bit intimidated about riding in the rain? Well, the grip level is so good with these tires and the way the power comes on.
Right.
You know, rolling on the throttle, off the throttle, the ABS, it just works as a beautiful package. So
yeah.
I had engine modes to choose from. I had 4 engine modes,
yeah.
so I could bring the power down if I want. I left it mostly in touring,
yeah.
which has lots of power, and you can roll it on with confidence.
And then you've got those massive Brembo monoblocks. How did you, I mean, do I have to ask? Lots of feel, right?
Oh, it's great. And you know, and just that, you're in that riding position, and I can just think about braking, and just hauls down. It's fantastic. Dry pavement, the wet conditions, the different ABS modes. Always I had confidence about the braking.
Suspension, you mentioned the setup, the tires, the riding position, how it kind of is adventure, but it does lean towards sport. What was your sort of overview of the suspension and the handling of the motorcycle?
Oh, the suspension I thought was amazing, based on choppy pothole back roads. You know, when you get into the more twisty roads you get into varieties of surfaces, and you can't be really that picky, right?
Yeah.
And this bike is just designed to get you into all these nooks and crannies of Ontario roads that we're in this area. We do some gravel, then we get into some twisty pavement, and then maybe some choppy stuff. And there's different suspension modes and so on, but just leaving it in one mode, I was amazed at how the suspension was working for me on smooth pavement, to choppy stuff, off-road, back onto the pavement again, and that's the adventure. This bike is defining a new genre of adventure, and it's almost a sport bike adventure.
Now we've only just touched on the electronics and the dash itself, because it literally is a computer.
Yeah.
How did you find the controls, the layout of the dash? Was it easy to see, bright sunlight, low light?
Well, when I picked up the bike, I thought, wow, there's a lot of controls here. What's going on? But very quickly, it was simple. You know, we've got all the controls within reach of your thumbs. The start system over here, heated grips. We've got the turn signals, and your mode control, and your cruise control. Everything was very intuitive. And I just had to get on and ride it, and it was no problem. The dash lights up and opens up a whole new world of display. I was so impressed with the resolution and the color and the layout of that dash.
Yeah. Anything disappoint you? We've been raving. Anything disappoint you?
I think I wouldn't say disappointment. I would say I was surprised a little bit by the vibration of the motorcycle, and I like it, but I think that a lot of people will have to take one for a test ride to see if they're really going to want to have a V-twin feel for this bike. And I'm a V-twin guy, so it's not a problem for me.
Interesting. And what's the one lasting impression that when you get back home this evening and you're talking to Michelle, what are you going to talk about?
Lasting impression on this motorcycle is the whole package, how you can just go railing around a 2-lane highway and get into a corner and roll the throttle on, and it goes exactly where you want it to go. And it just feels great. And I just didn't want to stop and get off it. That's a fantastic feeling.
I can tell you're telling the truth just by the smile on your face. Nice job, Mike. Thanks for
a lot,
coming
Dave.
out.
Thank you.